how you been, man?
Hey, what you working on?
All right, fellas, let's get to work. Congrats on the win, but we have a lot of work to do if we want to keep it up. Let's stay focused and practice today. We really need to push the tempo and get out in transition more. Set it up and get started.
He can ball, huh?
Way to grab it! What's the roll? I got your help! Grab the ball! Outstanding effort. Now let's set up the next drill.
You got it, you got it. Come on, man.
Yeah, let's go! Let's do it! outstanding effort. Now let's set up the next drill.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started. Give me that.
Very strong. Now let's move on to the next drill.
Turn it up! Turn it up! There they come! Do it! Shot! Watch out! Get up, get that! Let's go! One more. Way to grab it. Hey, he can ball, huh?
Nice work, fellas. Try to stay a while and get some additional reps in.
This is Hank and the Hornet on 98.9 The Flex, the official home of your Chicago Bulls.
Get hip or get stung.
.2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Moments away at State Farm Arena. It'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Chicago Bulls. And guys, for the Bulls, they're ahead of where they were last season at this time. Always nice to see that progress in a positive direction. Well, it didn't take Hollywood long to find Che. He's already speaking with Maverick Carter about production deals, Shaq.
Well, the kid can act. He can act so good. They may be on the road, but the Bulls still know how to dress to impress. A look here as they come off the bus earlier today. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. Are setting tonight with the lights of downtown Atlanta shining in the background. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. We'll watch the Chicago Bulls in this one as they go up against the Atlanta Hawks at State Farm Arena. With Brett Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And hey, Dave.
And guys, some background on...
David, thanks for that report. You're right. Not that many top players stay all 4 years.
You know, Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler come to mind. I could see Che having that kind of impact as he builds out the rest of his game.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the... And Jones is checked in for Vince Carter. You know, Brett, there may be more of an emphasis on team defense than ever before. Who are some of the better help defenders that you've scouted in the NBA?
I put Rudy Gobert #1 on this list because when you think about help defense, usually you're yelling it from the perimeter. And the reason that you're yelling it, Kevin, is that the player that you were trying to instruct or move a certain way has gotten by you. And the help call out is for somebody to be at the basket. Rudy Gobert does that better than anybody in the league. That's why the Utah Jazz have a chance to grow and go deeper into the playoffs. They've got a back line of defense, and Gobert is pretty tremendous.
I love the guys, and Beverly might be in this category, and Smart might be in this category. They can guard down low. They give a little hedge out top, and then they get back down again where they're supposed to be.
Well, those guys do a great job of harassing out there, Kevin.
Yes,
So it's a little bit different in terms of help defense, on-ball defense, the way that Beverly and Marcus Smart and Paul George to that end are able to pester guys. That's one thing, but I'm yelling help because something's gone terribly wrong. Give me Gobert to fix that.
And the pass to Herter. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
They call him Red Velvet. Kevin Herter, out of the University of Maryland, proved he can stripe it from day one.
And the first one at the line is good. And Greg Herter, the 19th pick back in 2018, sweet touch and at 6'7". Good size at the shooting guard position.
And the Hawks general manager, Travis Schlenk, coming from the Warriors with Trae Young and Kevin Herter. The Hawks hoping they have a kind of Splash Brothers East.
Yes, that goes in.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
1:07 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Bembry. Satoransky covering.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Here's Valentine. The layup missed.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Here's Bembry, and he dunks it down.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there. Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Pass to Hutchison. To the left side wing. Pass to Valentine. 1 second left, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. What a performance for Otto Porter. He has been the story for Chicago. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on. You may not remember Vince Carter traded on draft night for his college teammate Antoine Jamison, but he talked about that crazy exchange.
So as I'm sitting back there, he's like, there's been a trade, you know, Toronto Raptors and Golden State make a trade for Antoine James and Vince Carter right there. So our families are sitting right next to each other. So they're fixing the hat, and all of a sudden it's like, all right, here's your hat. All right, give us that hat. Move forward. So it was just the weirdest thing.
The 5th and 6th picks in the draft, both of them went on to great careers.
And draft day trades happen all the time, but being traded for your college teammate, pick apart, that's pretty unique.
And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Bulls team out there.
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court right now for the Hawks. On the wings, Herder and Reddish. Then it's Dwayne Dedman, and it's Bembry in at the point guard position.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Pass to Fernando. Here's Dedman. It's deflected. Now here's Murray. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Shots good by Gafford.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
Here's Reddish. Banked in off the glass.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago. And, of course, there's no questioning Cam Reddish's talent level. Greg, he has a high ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, great size, length, the fluidity as an athlete. He can make...
Bulls have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And for a player that didn't come in with a lot of fanfare to the NBA, Markkanen is one of the top young players in the league.
Yeah, call him the marksman or the finisher. Call him Larry Bird, if you like. Fantastic stretch 4 who showed he could be a focal point of an offense, can play with an edge as well, and is just scratching the surface of his potential.
Outside, Jones. Here's Young. That shot missing. And it's Chicago the other way. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
The fans certainly got their money's worth in that game. Boy, was that a battle, and it turned out to be a real gritty win for them.
Man, they had to scrape and claw just to get themselves back into the game and into overtime, but they really kept their composure in the extra 5 minutes, and it paid off for the win.
The Hawks trail by 15. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Another 3 for Atlanta.
I start getting the feeling that Trae Young is going to be one of those guys that once he gets into his three-point motion, count it.
Throws it up high. It's deflected. And here they come. Bembry misses.
I'm not sure where the lack of focus comes in there, Kevin. That's not like him. The defense is close, but there's enough space to score.
And that concludes the first half. Bulls lead by 12. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young. So both teams making some changes here. Taking a look at the Bulls, Satoransky runs the point with Levine at the 2. Young is out there with Murray. Brent, you know, the moving screen is one of those very difficult judgment calls, isn't it?
It's a tough one, Kevin, but what you look for all the time in replays when you see that call, it's almost like the salsa. I'm looking at the hips and the feet. If the feet are too wide, and Kevin Garnett was the biggest problematic moving screen setter that I ever saw, being 6'11" and spreading out those sticks of his. But if the feet go wider than the shoulder, impossible. And then the hip move as the defender is moving around the screener, just enough of a nudge for him not to be able to catch up.
Yes.
Those are the ones where the referees, I think, are most in tune to in order to blow the whistle.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Hawks have been in rebuild mode for the last couple of years, but this season brings a lot of optimism. Passing on Luka Doncic, the Hawks drafted Trae Young. It was much scrutinized, but Young came on down the stretch. His playmaking makes other people better, and also, they hope, will attract a free agent or two. Now the Hawks have added several rookies, starting with DeAndre Hunter. They believe they're poised to make some noise in the East. Kevin?
They took that gamble with Doncic and getting Young. We'll see what happens. Thank you, D.A. Count that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down to 5 on the bucket from Hunter. And for the Bulls, they're shooting an efficient 53% from the field. Satoransky looking around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
For Chicago, they have gone 7 of 11 from the line. Atlanta making a switch here. Young's checked in. Free throw good. Murray.
And when Kyle Korver played for Atlanta, he set a league record with at least one three-pointer in 127 consecutive games.
And to think that you just wouldn't have one of those nights where nothing was going in. 127 is pretty impressive. Record was broken eventually by Steph Curry in 2016. But for Atlanta, that 127 is still a team record. And you wonder if one Trae Young might have his eyes set on it.
Young trying to break free. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Jones. And Young, here we go. That's tipped. Now, Valentine. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Murray against Young. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Bulls lead by 8.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
That 3 off the mark. And so it's the Chicago Bulls in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Don't go anywhere. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Then there's Hunter. Then it's Jones. And it's Fernando in at the power forward. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Got a hand on it, and he recovers it. Yep, that one goes in there. Chicago leading by 6. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Young against White. And Young, here we go. And the shot goes down. Young's got 28.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Vince Carter, he's checked in for Atlanta. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for the Bulls. Porter comes in for Thaddeus Young. So it's Chicago winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this.
Weaker teams might have buckled at the end, but the crowd amped up. Everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. Thank you for joining us. That's it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long.
Jay, you led the team in blocks tonight. Is this something you're looking to do more of going forward?
Man, I saw you and your family, man. You look good. But to answer your question, you know what? I always want to add to my game. And if there's something I'm not good at, I'm going to keep working on it until I get great. Anything else?
No.
No?
I'm good.
Got what I needed.
Appreciate it.
Hi, Che.
Hey, man. You got that stuff again? Hey, what's up, Levi?
Hey, Che. Hey. The Gatorade reps here. I want to introduce you to her. They're thinking about working you into the fold. We just got to up your profile.
Oh, word. Okay. Hey, anything I should know?
Absolutely. Lesson number 1, be yourself. They love that.
I don't really think that's a lesson.
What would you call it?
Like more of advice, you know? Lessons are more meaty.
All right. Okay, well, thanks for the advice. Reese.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
Want to introduce you to the NBA's next big thing. This is my man, Che.
Hey, what's up?
Nice to meet you. Next big thing. It's a pleasure.
So I wanted to talk to
Before
you
you
about...
get into your thing, I know how long-winded you can be.
Yeah.
Love you for it.
Yeah.
But we're actually in the middle of something.
Oh, do your thing.
So
Sorry to interrupt.
We're gonna keep on
Okay,
doing
cool.
this, but we will see you around.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Che.
Yeah. You're in great hands, Che.
All
Levi
right.
is my guy.
Yeah. Was that lesson 2?
No. You know, she has to cater to the stars. You understand?
Seemed like a train wreck.
No, it went great. Just get that out of your head. It's perfect. It'll work out.
All right. I trust you.
Why does that sound like a threat?
I trust you, Levi.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, bro.
Have a good trip. See you when you get back.
Let's get this done.
Okay.
Right?
Reese.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for your time.
Are you being facetious?
Very generous.
Okay.
Very generous. Good seeing you.
Love you.
You guys ready to hammer out this deal?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Here's what they're starting with. Fantastic. Looking forward to a long and healthy relationship.
Me too, man.
Thanks, Che.
You're welcome. See y'all later, all right?
All right. You guys ready to hammer out this deal?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Here's what they're starting with. Fantastic. Looking forward to a long and healthy relationship.
Me too, man.
Thanks, Che.
You're welcome. See y'all later, all right?
All right.